That is why we say, when a person becomes enlightened, he is beyond intellect and material. He is beyond intellect and material. He goes beyond both. He experiences totally different space, different energy. He is neither centered on Idagala nor centered on Pingala. He is centered on Sushumna, means awakening a different space in you. As on now, you will always be caught in these two only. Either you will be body centered or head centered. When you are body centered, you run crazily towards the world. The moment you feel little satisfied, then immediately you start repenting crazily, calculating through intellect. You are just swinging between this intellect and the body. Your intellect says something and your body says different. And your whole life is nothing but the fight between the intellect and body. Idagala and Pingala. It's nothing but fight between Idagala and Pingala. Till the Sushumna, the third nadi, is awakened, you will not go beyond this Idagala or Pingala. You will not go beyond the intellect and body. Here Shiva is giving you a beautiful technique to awaken the Sushumna, so that you will go beyond the Idagala and Pingala. You will go beyond the intellect and body. Fellows who are intellect oriented, fellows who are body oriented. People who are body oriented will be always bothered about comforts, the outer comforts, the luxury, money. People who are intellect oriented will be always bothered about ego, to show the identity, me, carrying the big cutout. Me, that intellect. Only when your Sushumna is awakened, you go beyond these two. You go beyond these two. There's a beautiful story in Shiva Purana. It says there was a fight between this Brahma and Vishnu. Who is the big guy? I don't think Vishnu would have gone to fight. This fellow would have called, this Brahma. He can't keep quiet because his work is over. No job, you see. Jobless fellows always go for fight. His job is done. Creation over. Now what to do? Go around and start calling people for fighting. And this guy doesn't have any job. His job is creation only. He has done already. He has done it. And this Vishnu is maintenance work, constant work he is doing. And the Shiva also destruction. And one more thing you should understand. In Sanskrit, the word destruction is not used. Creating space for new creation, we call it as rejuvenation. Samhara does not mean destruction. Please understand, in Sanskrit word samhar means digesting, means creating space for new thing. So Vishnu is not, Shiva is not a destroyer as you think. He creates space for new things. He rejuvenates and he creates space so that the updating can happen, so that the new beings can happen, new things can happen on the planet Earth. So he is not a destroyer. When you translate these words in English without any intelligence, the whole thing is messed up. Samhara word, Srishti means creation. Sthiti means maintaining. Samhar doesn't mean destroying. It means creating space for new energy, rejuvenation or replacing. It doesn't mean destruction. Anyhow, this guy goes to fight with Vishnu. I am the big guy, I only created. If I am not there, you will not have any job, you are jobless. Now what to do? Vishnu has to come out and say something. He says, unless I maintain, whatever you create will be down the drain. What is there? It is me, just because of me everything is there as it is. Even though you created, if I don't maintain, it will not be there. You can't be proud of that. It is my job. Both of them are fighting. Suddenly, both of them remember somebody, third person. All right, let's go to Shiva and ask him. Because that guy never comes to the fight. He never, even if you go and call him, he is happy sitting in the smashan. And that old bull, nothing else is necessary. All he needs is one bay leaf, little bit of food, and Namah Shivaya. If somebody does Namaskar, that's enough. Whether it is Bhuta, Preta, Rishi, Muni, it doesn't bother. He blesses everybody and gets into trouble. Great master. Tyaga Raja, we call him, that's why we call him Tyaga Raja. See, the concept of Shiva is amazing. What are his ornaments? Rudraksha beads, which is useless, which nobody uses, no economical value, only sentimental value. And what is his cosmetic powder? The Chidabhasma, means the ashes from fire, the cremation ground, which nobody wants. Where is the place to live? Burial ground. Where he stays? Burial ground, where nobody wants to go, cremation ground. That's the place where he lives. And see his car, old bull, which nobody wants to use. But Vishnu, you see, all royal things. All Shamantaka, the great jewel, and the beautiful lady Lakshmi, and the flight Garuda, all best things. But Shiva is always a Tyagaraja. He just gives. Anyhow, both of them go to the Shiva for judgment. They know they can trust Shiva. He is never biased. And moreover, he doesn't have vested interest. He doesn't have to prove he is a great guy. He never comes to the fight. So they go to him and ask, who is big guy? Shiva says, now a little difficult. Now it's a little difficult job. All right, I'll tell you one thing. Someone of you try to find, both of you try to find either my feet or head. Whoever discovers, if you find my head or feet, you are a great guy. They say, what is that? That's not a big thing. Brahma takes a form of a swan and starts flying. Vishnu takes the form of pig and starts digging. He goes on and on and on and on and on. Suddenly, at one point, Vishnu decides, no, I think I can't do anymore. Enough. And he ties one bell at the feet of Shiva to mark the place, the distance to which he travelled, and he comes back. Still now in all Shiva statues, in the calf muscle you will see a bell. There will be a bell in the calf muscle, means that much only Vishnu was able to travel. Anyhow, he came back and he said, Lord, I accept, I am not able to see your feet. Please forgive me. Now my ego is completely destroyed. I am not a big guy. I know you are the great person. Please forgive me. Then this Brahma goes. He goes on and on and on. This guy understood. We can't see. He says, he feels almost he is about to give up. But suddenly he sees a flower coming from the ears of Shiva. He catches that flower and asks, you are from where? I am coming from the ears of Shiva. I am going towards the Bhuloka to see Shiva, because I am falling from his ears, I am going down. Brahma asks, how long it takes to reach the Shiva's ears? What is the distance? Just he wants to know, can he finish it off? Then the flower says, oh, I am just falling for 4 age of Brahma. 4 age of Brahma. Then Brahma understands, even if I die, I can't even reach the ears. Where is the question of head? But this guy, after all, intellectual. He plans. He comes up with a cunning idea. Can you tell Shiva that I brought you from his ears? The flower says, no, Shiva knows, I can't tell lie. No, after all you are also going to go down. Why don't you do this small favor? Finally this fellow agrees, because these intellectual guys can make anybody agree for anything. They can convince. They know the logic, how to convince. This guy anyhow convinced the flower. Both of them came down. And the flower says, yes, he brought me from the ears. And Brahma says, yes, I went to your ears and got this flower. And Shiva says, you fellow, not only you did not go, you are lying. He curses the Brahma. You will not have temples anymore on the planet Earth. And the flower also he curses, you will not be worshipped for my puja. Now you should understand the meaning behind this beautiful story. Who is after all Brahma? The Lord of Saraswati, intellect. Who is after all Vishnu? The Lord of money, Lakshmi, money. The real meaning of the story is, neither money nor intellect can lead to ultimate bliss, can lead to God.